Have you ever walked into a room and immediately noticed a tall, striking plant with huge, glossy leaves that look almost like the shape of a violin? That's the Fiddle Leaf Fig, scientifically known as Ficus lyrata, and it's one of the most beloved houseplants around the world. But this plant is more than just a trendy piece of interior decor. It has a fascinating natural history, unique biology, and, of course, very specific needs when it comes to growing and thriving in your home. Today, let's take a journey into the story of the Fiddle Leaf Fig, where it comes from, what makes it special, and how you can keep it happy and healthy for years to come. Native to the tropical rainforests of Western Africa, the Fiddle Leaf Fig is a member of the fig family, which means it's actually related to the figs you eat. In the wild, it can grow as a massive tree reaching up to 15 meters tall, towering over other plants in the jungle canopy. Its broad, violin-shaped leaves can stretch over a foot long, helping the plant capture as much sunlight as possible in its native habitat. But despite its wild origins, this plant has found its way into our homes, where it usually grows much smaller, often trained into a tree-like shape, or kept as a lush, leafy bush. What makes the Fiddle Leaf Fig so irresistible to plant lovers is its dramatic foliage. Each leaf is thick, leathery, and deep green with pronounced veins, giving it an almost sculptural appearance. It's no surprise that interior designers adore it, because it adds instant elegance to any space. Yet, as many plant parents have discovered, the Fiddle Leaf Fig is not always the easiest plant to care for. It can be a little dramatic, sometimes dropping leaves at the slightest change. But with the right care, it can become the centerpiece of your indoor jungle. So how do you grow and care for this stunning plant? The first thing to understand is light. In the wild, fiddle leaf figs thrive in bright, indirect sunlight, filtering through the canopy of taller trees. In your home, they prefer a spot with plenty of bright, indirect light, ideally near a large window facing east or south. Too little light, and the leaves will lose their vibrancy, growth will slow, and you might notice leaves dropping. Too much direct sunlight, especially in the hot afternoon, and the leaves can burn. It's all about balance, and once you find the sweet spot, your plant will reward you with strong, healthy growth. Watering is another key to success. Many people make the mistake of overwatering their fiddle leaf fig, which leads to root rot, a deadly condition for this plant. The best rule is to let the top 2 inches of soil dry out before watering again. When you do water, water thoroughly until excess drains out the bottom of the pot, ensuring the roots get a deep drink. But never let the plant sit in standing water. Think of the rainforest floor, moist but never swampy. That's the environment your fiddle leaf fig craves. Now let's talk about soil and potting. A well-draining potting mix is essential, ideally one that contains peat, perlite, and a bit of pine bark to mimic the airy organic soil of its natural habitat. A pot with drainage holes is non-negotiable. Repotting should be done every 1 to 2 years, or when you notice roots circling the bottom of the pot. This gives the plant fresh nutrients and more space to grow. Humidity is another factor that often gets overlooked. Remember, this plant comes from tropical Africa, so it loves warm, humid air. In a typical household, especially in winter with heating systems running, the air can become too dry. A humidifier, pebble tray, or even misting the leaves can help recreate the moist environment it prefers. Just don't overdo misting, as consistently wet leaves can encourage fungal problems. Fertilizing is like giving your fiddle leaf fig an energy boost. During the growing season, spring and summer, it benefits from a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer every month or so. This encourages strong, leafy growth and helps the plant maintain its deep green color. In the dormant months of fall and winter, it's best to pause fertilizing and let the plant rest. Pruning and shaping are also part of the care routine. You can encourage a fuller, bushier plant by pruning the top growth, or you can train it into a single tall trunk for that iconic tree-like look. Just be sure to use clean, sharp scissors or pruning shears, and remember that every cut is a signal to the plant to redirect its energy into new growth. Of course, no story of the fiddle leaf fig would be complete without mentioning its little quirks. It's notorious for being sensitive to changes in its environment. Move it suddenly to a new spot, and it might drop a few leaves. Let the soil dry out too much, and it will protest. Give it too much water, and it may sulk by turning its leaves yellow. But these reactions aren't a sign of weakness. They're simply the plant's way of communicating its needs. Once you learn to listen to your fiddle leaf fig, you'll find it's not as difficult as its reputation suggests. One of the joys of keeping a fiddle leaf fig is watching it grow over time. With patience and care, a small plant can eventually become a tall, dramatic tree that fills an entire corner of your living room. Some plant owners even pass their mature fiddle leaf figs down through generations, treating them almost like family heirlooms. There's something incredibly satisfying about nurturing a plant for years and seeing it transform into a majestic presence in your home. So whether you're just beginning your journey with a tiny fiddle leaf fig, or you've been struggling to keep one alive, remember this: it's a plant with history, character, and a touch of drama, but also one with immense beauty and reward. By giving it the right light, careful watering, good soil, and a little patience, you can unlock its full potential and enjoy one of the most stunning houseplants the world has ever known. And the next time someone walks into your home and stops in awe at the sight of your fiddle leaf fig, you'll know that you're not just growing a plant, you're keeping alive a piece of living history, a tropical giant transformed into a symbol of elegance and style.